after the Department of Homeland Security's Investigations Task Force raided his home, rap artist Sean Combs, a.k.a. P. Diddy, has been in the news quite a bit. And the more you look into the story, the bigger it gets. According to a recent lawsuit, Combs and several members of his staff have been accused of sexual assault, human trafficking, and operating a blackmail operation with hidden cameras that captured politicians, athletes, and members of the music industry in homosexual acts and other compromising positions. In declassified MK Ultra documents, we know that as early as 1954, in Operation Midnight Climax, the CIA ran several brothels with two-way mirrors set up where they would film targeted persons having sex with prostitutes. According to several close witnesses, Hugh Hefner was operating an extension of this blackmail scheme in his Playboy mansion. And of course, the infamous Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were involved in this as well, with close ties to Israeli Mossad and the British Crown's Prince Andrew. Sean Combs has been using his friendship with Prince Harry to lure powerful people into his own blackmail operation. But it gets much worse than just blackmail. Combs was allegedly drugging underage girls and trafficking them across state lines, and appears to be a pedophile. In a disturbing video, Sean Combs claims he adopted a young girl, Ava Baroni, who said that she was on the streets before he took her into his home.
Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. But please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
Yeah.
Sean Combs appeared on Dan Schneider's TV show All That, which notoriously employed several child predators who molested young actors on the set for years, all under the protected cover of Nickelodeon.
You know, in situations like this, I always ask myself, what would P. Diddy do? Oh, what would P. Diddy do? No, I don't know. Hey, let's ask him.
So,
We can't wake up Shane.
tell you what. Take this toy helicopter. Put it down his pants.
All right, we'll do.
In light of this information, an old video with a 15-year-old Justin Bieber and a 40-year-old Sean Combs is rather unsettling.
You ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we gonna go full crazy.
A series of recent trials and investigations appear to spell out a much bigger situation brewing in the background. In April of last year, movie star Leonardo DiCaprio gave eyewitness testimony in federal court to support claims that Pras Michel funneled over $20 million of stolen money from Malaysian billionaire Joe Low into Barack Obama's 2012 presidential campaign. Leonardo DiCaprio's film The Wolf of Wall Street was funded with over $100 million of stolen money from Joe Low and was likely given a plea deal in return for his testimony. On July 17th of 2023, 27 years after he was murdered, Las Vegas police served a new search warrant as part of their ongoing Tupac Shakur homicide investigation. 2 months later, Las Vegas police arrest Dwayne Davis, who, according to former LAPD detective Greg Kading, gave testimony in 2008 that Sean Combs offered him $1 million to murder Tupac. This criminal trail clearly leads to Obama and the satanic pedophile cabal that has been destroying America from inside the federal government. And while many of us remain cynical of ever seeing real justice, comedian Cat Williams predicted this would all come to light last January.
Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
That's also known as Russell Brand, yes. Very, 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 very dear friend of mine. We go way back.
We've got a lot of history from the projects, of course.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Very rough in those days, a lot of bother in the projects, but we've come through it now, things seem to be working out.
Yeah.
And I'd like to...
It felt a little. I'm sorry. Yeah, you liked it?
Yeah, I felt so affection. I didn't feel comfortable enough to sort of start embracing you, so I didn't want to be...
Oh, no.
I didn't want to overburden you with affection, but I felt that you were in a position to impress an arm on me. I mean, I didn't let it cross over into the area of being physically aroused or anything.
Yeah, none of that.
It was a back door.
But you know what it is? We're going out on like a date. A straight guy date. Like
Straight guy date?
To a guy's night, 48 hours.
Puffy, with Russell. With a normal date, between like a man and a woman, or perhaps two gay men or lesbian women, the best possible result of that date is sex. Now, with our heterosexual date, what is the best thing that can happen between us?
We can find some women that have some really
That is my conclusion.
That's a good one. For 48 hours in Vegas, you're seeing us at the beginning of the 48 hours. As you know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but we really plan on going to the hospital.
Are you going to chronicle the whole
Yeah.
It's going to be chronicled.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm a recovering drug addict.
Yeah, he's a recovering
I
drug
can't
addict.
take drugs or anything, or even drink. I can't drink booze.
Yeah, he won't. I don't know what's going to happen in Vegas, to be honest. He's recovering, but it's
vulnerable.
Vegas. He's vulnerable.
I'm vulnerable in Vegas.
Vulnerable.
This could be it for me. Plus, we're on a plane. There's been no safety announcements. No one said anything about the seatbelts. It's not been mentioned. People are playing very loud music. I'm wearing a hat that I regret. It's a difficult situation. What's going to happen to us?
I don't know. Me personally, you know, if you go to Vegas for 48 hours, somebody doesn't go to the hospital, then it wasn't a success.
It was a success.
Ready, run low. Drake. Oprah. J-Lo. A-Rod. Will Smith. Alicia Keys. Justin Bieber. Kevin Hart. Mark Wahlberg. Snoop. DJ Khaled. Chris Beats. Kelly Rowland. Chris Brown. Malone. Sierra.
Jeffrey Epstein had video surveillance in all of his homes and on his private island. And there have been articles after articles from witnesses who had said he videotaped sex acts with prominent people because he was trying to incur with young girls that he had procured to try to incur favor with those prominent people and potentially to be able to blackmail them. Now, that's a fact. And the FBI and other federal agencies have raided his houses. Do you have those tapes?
Again, I can't discuss the specifics of our law enforcement operations related to Mr. Epstein or Ms. Maxwell, but obviously we had very active investigation related to both of them. But whether it extends to other people, I'm not sure that's something.
But here, a suit was filed yesterday against one of those prominent people by one of the young women sex trafficked. And we keep seeing article after article after article, and we keep hearing about prominent person after prominent person after prominent person. I just want to know if these prominent people are above the law and are going to be and aren't being investigated, or is the FBI investigating?
Well, no one is above the law, number one. As to whether specific people are being investigated, that's not something that I, as I'm sure you can appreciate, can engage on here. We've devoted significant resources to the investigation.
Is it ongoing?
I'm not sure there's anything I can share with you on that, but let me see if we can get back to you and provide a little.
Well, for example, these allegations in this lawsuit, the civil action.
I haven't seen
the
article.
It'll trigger your gag reflex. Is the FBI going to investigate that?
Well, again, I haven't seen the article, but I would be happy to take a look at it.
I'd just like to know.
I share your.
Yeah, is the FBI still investigating this, or are these prominent people going to go scot-free?
I'm not sure that I can tell you whether or not there is ongoing work being devoted to this. I would be happy to take a look at the specific article.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy.
Service issue and to reach out to the Secret Service. But I can tell you this. They have a lot of questions as to who exactly at the Trump campaign knew and when, because I have talked to a number of people who have been on the ground with the former president in recent days and weeks who had no idea. Now, one thing to remember is that Donald Trump is a very tight-knit security team. He has been with the same detail for years. He is very close to them. They have a lot of respect for him, and he has a lot of respect for them.
When you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud, too.
Hey, Bill!
Yeah?
Look at this! Look at it!
Hey, where'd you get that? Give it back to me!
No!
You better give it back, you fart knocker!
I give it back, but you gotta do what I say!
You hear that, America? I'm the victim!
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a Hollywood pimp who serves lots of movie stars and politicians. Chameleon tried to hide it with their evil smiling lies, wicked Elaine and Epstein too. Superior and Monica Sky. Some movie stars, Prince Andrew and Jill's husband, here on Epstein
Hey, ghost of Jeffrey Epstein, where you been?
Just been hanging around.
So, what can a guy like me do for fun around here?
I think you'll find something to do.
Damn! How old is she?
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and good.
Excuse me! Have you seen my husband?
Who's your husband?
You don't know my husband, Bill? He's been here like 26 times!
Sorry, I have no idea what goes on here.
I know what goes on here!
Me too.
Me too.
Oh, I tell you, a guy like me can really get some thinking done on an island like this. Just look at this brand new electric car I just made. Hey, Christopher! Yeah? You still got that evidence on me? What evidence? Hey, Bill, what are you doing here?
I owe Jeffrey some favors.
I'm here because I'm being blackmailed. Hey, LaBaba?
Yep.
Hey, is that Durham report gonna get us in trouble?
I'm not too worried about it.
You're not?
Nope, not at all.
Well, why not?
Well, it's simple. We're above the law.
We are?
Yeah, I mean, have you been paying attention to any of this, Joe?
I don't know. I just say what you tell me to say.
That's why we picked you.
So let me get this straight. Okay. You impeach Nixon for breaking into the DNC. Yeah. You impeach my husband for breaking into Monica. You impeach Trump for the lies that we made up. You got it. And we get away scot-free? Well, it's not like the Republicans are going to do anything about it. Now that's what I call justice.
Nice try, Joe.
Hey, by the year 2024, everybody's going to have a Joe Biden car.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and he's going to be made and sold only in America.
Joe?
Yeah?
Where are you going to get your batteries?
Huh? Where do you think lithium comes from, genius? Oh, damn it. Well, I'll have to get the batteries from China, but I'll sell the batteries in America. People, listen. Never mind the impeachment of Biden and all the weapons and money he's given to Ukraine. Forget about Hunter, Obama, and Hillary and the Durham report. Ignore Pelosi's insider trading. Stop thinking about Adam Schiff and Epstein's client list. Stop focusing on election fraud. And don't even give AOC breaking ethics rules a second thought. Stay focused on me. I'm the new distraction. You know, if people stopped being poor, groceries and gas wouldn't be that expensive.
So Diddy has a sugar daddy. Let's talk about it. But in order to do that, we gotta talk Harvey Weinstein, Bill Clinton, Epstein, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ashton Kutcher, Prince Harry, Oprah, Uber, A&P, Anne Hathaway, Michael Jackson. The list goes on and on. But anyway, let's get into it. For entertainment value, of course, because I know absolutely nothing, and I'm just making this stuff up. Now, the man we're talking about is the owner of the Penguins that was listed in the Epstein case, and the man that funded Diddy's whole clothing line, Sean John. Matter of fact, Diddy's gonna make a couple appearances in this video. Now, in the first video, I showed you the connection between Ron and Harvey Weinstein, and how he was good friends with Bill Clinton. They were such good friends, in fact, that Clinton had a bedroom at one of his houses. Might want to pause to read this. Now, not only does Ron here own the Penguins, but he's also the founder of the Kappa companies. But what a lot of people don't know is he also owns an investing company with Ashton Kutcher. You know, this guy. In fact, they were the only reason why Uber and Airbnb even got off the ground. Ron's also the reason Ashton here even has his own seat at the table. Now, I showed you that Ron owned two of Bob Hope's houses, as well as Neverland Ranch.
The co-owner of the Penguins, Ron Burkle, has purchased the Neverland Ranch.
Now, Ron also owns a company named the Soho House. Basically, what that is a very private club with properties across the map.
That is Ryan Gosling on Saturday Night Live boasting that he made it into Soho House. The popular members-only social club is part of what's been called the golden age of the private club and a post-pandemic bonanza, inspiring the next iteration of The Office. An estimated 3,500 private clubs in the U.S.
Now, the Soho House has certain regulars that come through. People like Justin Timberlake, this guy, and Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, this guy, and even Oprah. There she is. Now, the Soho House in London is where Prince Harry met Meghan Markle. And it turns out that Ron is the only reason why they even met at all.
Issues surrounding Meghan Markle's past are taking a new, scandalous turn, with billionaire Ron Burkle allegedly blowing the lid off her reported escapades in the elite circles of Soho House. The buzz is that she didn't just mingle with the rich and famous. She supposedly slept her way to the top with Burkle himself to snag an invite to the White House.
Now, Ron has a bunch of properties, and in my first video, I showed you that's where most of Diddy's parties happened. But Oprah likes to use his properties a lot too. He actually owns a lot of properties where all these celebrities go. Now we're gonna have to talk about his relationship with Anne Hathaway, some of his other connections, and we could talk about his old buddy, Steve Beam. So we can save that for another video. But before I go, I've shown you a lot of things that old Ron owned, but it's funny that just like Epstein, he owns his own plane, and he's got some interesting names for it. Y'all stay safe.
You can take my ears, but you cannot take my liberty. They want to cut off my ears like the Taliban, but what they don't know is my ears can grow back like SpongeBob through budding, by the way. Hit me with your best shot, why don't you? Because if that's the best you got, you're a loser. You're such a loser, you missed so bigly. By the way, you had a big opportunity. You could have made my head blow up on TV, but you didn't do that, did you? Now my ear is going to grow back bigger and better. It will have better hearing. I will hear like an owl.